All right. There's no way Tron can ever win matches now that Assassin's Trophy is legal, but let's try it anyways. We have a couple of interesting things in this deck. I like that there's 4 Walking Ballistas. I'm a big fan of Emrakul, the Promised End in the sideboard. And then we've actually got 3 copies of Tarmogoyf in the sideboard here, which is neat. So between Ballista, Tarmogoyf, and Thought-Knot, these are all cards that seem very reasonable when your opponent is disrupting your land. So I think small changes like this are good ways to update your deck to be competitive against Assassin's Trophy. That's something you're worried about, in addition to playing more lands. Yeah, no Swag Tusk in the board, so Tarmogoyf is kind of filling that Swag Tuskerson slot. I'm gonna sit on down to start this one. Oh. This hand's pretty bad. If any of these were any other land, I'd probably keep it, but this hand's not good enough with just like 1 land. If I like was down a card and like had a scry on the draw, I might keep this too, but I think as is, that isn't good enough. This hand's not super quick, but it's probably fine. What kind of testing will I be doing on stream for the Invitational? Nothing too fancy. Probably just like take a day or 2 off before the event from playing decks out of the queue and play decks that I'm interested in playing. Tron. I'm starting a list for no reason, but just out of curiosity, I can get the names of everybody who cut in front of me. Nivik actually tried to cut in front of you too, Justin, but I didn't have his deck built yet, so his deck's gonna start off tomorrow. I should take a little bit too much damage at this point. I'll be watching the videos and making my list. It's pretty incredibly unlucky that we didn't have Tron on 3. In fact, I might file for compensation for this league since that happened. It's definitely a matchup where you want all these Nature's Claims. Relic's pretty bad. Eugene's kind of slow. Ulamog and Emrakul are slow. Pulse of Barasa. That seems sweet. What else do I trim here? Is a Karn out matchup? Oblivion Stone's probably bad. Do I just trim O-Stone? What do we think of this? This seems fine. Do I want Warping Wail? Keep in Emrakul? Really? Why? That seems much worse than just like getting Wurmcoils and Thought-Knots. Turn 3 Worm on the play. Send me up. To be fair, Warping Wail doesn't kill anybody. It exiles Taylor. I forget how great this deck is sometimes. I think I just gain 4 and kill my map here, right? Like, there's no way they beat me if I claim my map. Since we hit the natural, let's put a hat on it. Put a hat on it, baby. Well, this curve is sick. We get to go tower, Wurmcoil map, and then we get to play Walking Ballista for 4 and crack the Ugin next turn and like get another thing. We could even get Thought-Knot Seer off the Sanctum of Ugin trigger to spot check for Skullcrack and Deflecting Palm. Seems decent. Karn Liberated. When you have turn 3 Karn, it's just like not even your best play. Strong things. Your move, as you will. Is this the contemplating your life as a burn player pause, debating on whether or not they should continue with their league or life in general? What? They have a destructive revelry here. All right, that makes a lot of sense. Actually, I just Karn here, right? I can get rid of their white source. I should have been a Bogles player. This is my Stone Rain. It has rebound. Gain 3. Weird. Why wouldn't they should have just killed my worm, right? I have this other Wurmcoil, but it's not my best play opponent. Say hello to my friend Walking Ballista. You know what I want to know? And this is maybe this is crazy, chat. We banned Birthing Pod because Birthing Pod restricts future design space on creatures. But you're telling me we can't ban Tron lands because of potential broken colorless spells? How is that real? How is that a thing? Can I get a little consistency in my life? Please? Please, Aaron, can I get a little consistency? You take away the fun cards, but you leave us with Tron lands. Where's my Wurmcoil's hat? My Wurmcoil token was promised a hat. It dies without a hat. Rano, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support there. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Look at that. Look at that. Double hat Sunday. Hat spell target. I was promised a hat with every target. Where's my hat? Where's my hat? I was promised a hat. We saw the pay for mana line. It was tough, but we managed to get there. Now reads add 8 hats to opponent's permanents. Unfortunately, this is not keepable. NBD chat, no big deal. No big deal. I'm actually gonna wait to play this out because I don't want it to get Destructive Revelry done too. Hardened Scale is just tribal hats, right? No, I actually think Containment Priest would be a sweet addition to the format. Their hand must be pretty good, right? Next turn, I'm probably going to go Forest Cast Map if we don't draw anything. Yeah, I'm going to go Forest Cast Map and then, like, plan to gain 4 with this. That's been a good example so far of why you should just, like, board in a bunch of Nature's Claims in this matchup. So you get a good clean 13 here. All right, 4 cards in hand. Priestess, thank you for the 17 months there. Just cast Bad Dispel, yep. Did we cast Bad Dispel or Better Force of Will? You be the judge. I think I have to play Karn here. This could go either way. It's very possible I'm supposed to wait till next turn to crack Sanctum, but I think that's probably waiting too long. They missed a land drop, so I know they have 4 spells in their hands. This Karn's like guaranteed to get a spell out of their hand, which is nice. Definitely Karn Tick Up here. Karn Tick Up is like Healing Salve. Yeah, like, honestly, this Karn's, like, worse than a Thought-Knot Seer, right? We might be alting this Karn. If they don't put us to 1 in response here, we might just roll this Karn up next turn. Am I dead? I think I take a do-over, right? I just take a do-over on this game, right? I think we're not a favorite to win here, and we could be a favorite to win in a different game. Anyone? LeClaire, are you here? Yeah, we multiplied this game. I think I just like take a mulligan here, basically. Just like go to game 4. It's also good meme value to restart. This is like the one meme thing Tron has going on. So of course Twitch chat's like, yeah, dog, restart. This hand is not good enough, right? I think this can count as close 7 and unkeepable 6 for people playing bingo. First time watching a live stream, I'll be able to catch YouTube videos at work, so I thought I'd finally drop my free sub here. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for supporting my stuff. Keep in mind that if your schedule doesn't line up well into mine, you are able to use that Prime sub even when I'm offline. I appreciate you dropping in, though. I'm gonna do a nice long stream this evening. You've got at least one more. We're just at the start of this new league, and we're gonna have one more league after this. Wait, why am I on the play? Did they put me on the play? Wait. Did they skip their first turn? I'm so confused. No, Karn restart should put whoever was on the play last time on the play. That's not how a Karn alt works. That really? Is that a... Ability at restart of the game is the starting player for in the new game. Neat. Neat. I did not know that we were going to play. I thought it was like when you draw whoever was on the play last time gets to pick. Tron is confirmed unplayable for anybody that's wondering. I think I'm just supposed to do this. Tron is dead, says Nervous Man for the 5th time this year. What's going on, Level 0 Judge? Thank you for the 4 months and welcome back. I am snapping off the block with the Tarmogoyf here if they let me. This is a lot better than Thragtusk here. We just like appreciate that for a moment. Call. I think this is a good exchange for me. Wow, that's a Thought-Knot Seer. Are we ahead? I don't want to get like I don't want to get too far ahead at this point, but if they miss their land drop this turn, I think we're okay. Okay, we have a game here. We have a game. We're gonna play Game of Magic. If they missed their land, we were super far ahead, but they hit the land, so we're gonna like actually play a game here. Okay, I mean, if we hit a threat and then Demonic Tutor into something else, hats up here. Double Destructive Revelry, Skullcrack. Well, I guess I'd take Skullcrack because I can kind of play around these, right? Probably another 3 hours or so. Yep. We mulled the 4 this game. Wow, what a gamble. No gamble, no future, I suppose. Tino, I almost have a sword, so I can be feared. Woo, doggy. That's a tasty Tarmogoyf, chat. Oh, yeah. The Goyfs have been absurd, to say the least. And I get to Nature's Claim my Wurmcoil when they go to Destructive Revelry it. Who's ready for that? Who's ready for that? Who's ready to Nature's Claim the Wurmcoil when they go to de-rev it? This guy right here. Whew. We started on 4 cards this game, chat. All hail Tarmogoyf, crusher of the burn deck. Do 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 do. Can I go to 19, please? I would like 19 points of health, please. Put a hat on that one, opponent. Put a hat on that one. Everything you know is a lie, burn player. You thought this matchup was good? Let me tell you about good. Tarmogoyf's good. This was a mull to 4. F-O-U-R. 4 cards. Yeah, it's true. We mulliganed to 5 in game 3, and then we alted Karn and then started game 4 with 4 cards. Oh, I'm gonna get to gain some health with this, eh? Walking Ballista. Nature's Claim. Oh, is that a? How do we feel about that one? Feeling pretty good. Pretty good. We restarted because we were at 4. Oh no. Oh no, they're gonna dogpile our Goyf, chat. They're gonna dogpile our Goyf. I think I'm gonna hold on this for now because I know they have a Destructive Revelry in their hand. So I'm going to use this to counter a Destructive Revelry. I'm actually going to go grab a Forest here. I don't really need anything else. I don't know why the worms don't get hats, but I really think I should call the Moto Hat department and complain. Or just like any big fat slob away from having very lethal attack here at any point. I mean, we have nothing and they have 2 Swift Spears, but we're at 19, so we've got a couple of turns here. Eugenes are out. I've got 2 Wurmcoils, a Thought-Knot Seer, some Walking Ballistas. The tokens deck is kind of like Tribal Hats. Yeah, I'm gonna be pretty sad if we lose. On a 12, brutal. If you wish upon a star, do 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 do. Do 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 do. This is my 4/4. He's a brick. Do do do. House. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Boo. Definitely obligated to block here. So if they have a Bolt or a Helix, I feel a little bit bad, but I can't just like keep taking these hits to the dome. Gains double strike, sure. Same difference, right? You get to draw a card here, but like they drew a card, but they traded 2 for that. So like it's kind of a 1-for-1. Well, I mean, I'm at 10. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Tie game. First one to draw Hidasu's second right wins. Yeah, opponents had a couple of really critical decision points and made good ones. Gosh, just like running Boros Charms. Hey, look, they drew a 4th land. God bless. Go for that second restart. What are the odds they have a second stomping ground? Low? I think the odds they have a second stomping ground are low. I'll do that in case they have another Revelry. A lot of these decks play 4 Revelries on the board. No, I think Karn just wants to take them off of D-Rev. And now this turn, Karn can tick up to spot check for Deflecting Palm. All right, we ended up peeling out of there. They only have 1 left. They play 4. No, they only played 2 this game, right? Yeah, they only played 2. How was a clutch first set? How's everyone out there doing? Welcome. Hope everyone's having a good Friday. TGF just rolled past 1,000 viewers. My name is Jeff Hogan. I'm a full-time streamer. We're doing a little bit of long extra Friday stream today. If you're enjoying my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the reason I'm able to do this full-time. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their very wonderful support. This Tron deck, like most of the decks that we play on the stream, is a viewer-submitted deck list. If you're interested in finding out how I could potentially play one of your decks on a future stream, be sure to check out my website, jeffhoagland.com, or bit.ly/HoogleSellout for a direct link. Past subscribing, you can also support my content by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. MTGOtraders.com. I love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. BCW Supplies, love to protect your very valuable Magic cards and all your other gaming stuff. They do sleeves and deck boxes and all other sorts of great things. You can check their stuff out at bcwsupplies.com. Obey the Panda, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. You can save 10% on your orders at bcwsupplies.com using code Jeff10. And finally, Lisa would like to get you on your way to a better night's sleep. Chris and I have been sleeping with Lisa for the last 3 months now, and we really love it. I don't think we'd ever go back. Traditional pillow top mattress. You can save $160 or more on your new mattress with them by checking out links bit.ly/HoogleBedUS and bit.ly/HoogleBedCA. This seems a little bit speculative on the draw, but like our payoff's an 8-mana card anyways, so Ghost Quarter's pretty good here. I don't know why I didn't believe just like never not gonna have Tron on 3. So the top card of our deck here is a Karn, so that we'll be able to play Karn on our 3rd turn. Yep, yeah, after we finish this league, we are definitely going to play one more tonight. I'll wrap up with Sultai Rock. Gosh, Karn would be so good here. Yeah, we might, honestly, if we don't rip Karn, I might just Ghost Quarter them off the Boros Garrison. I think it's okay for Tron. Like, we have a lot of stone range, right? The fact that this build of Tron isn't playing Worldbreaker makes it marginally worse for us, I think. But on average, I think we're probably ahead here from the Tron side. So we have a tower, a mine, so I need a power plant. Trophy's been playable. I guess they can't Titan me next turn. Am I done? They can't Titan me. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. They can't Titan me next turn. I missed a mana here with my sequencing. They can't Titan me next turn. I'm just gonna do my best to cycle through and find a way to cast this Ulamog next turn. We actually had a really sweet match versus Burn, the first match of this league. They're pretty unlikely to Titan me next turn. Pretty unlikely. If they hit an amulet and have bounce lands, they could Titan me, sure. But they're pretty unlikely to. Yeah, of course. Tarmogoyf punched the clock and went to work. The Tarmogoyfs out of the sideboard were very impressive against Burn. We actually beat Burn starting with just 4 cards in the last game. Goes, wait, what? Wait, what? Thanks. Ulamog is a hungry boy. He is a hungry, hungry boy. I think this is not an Ugin matchup. Oblivion Stone seems fine. Relic's kind of bad. Warping Wail. I don't know that these are good. Honestly, it seems pretty okay for us. We just leave an Ugin in. Just gonna like trade an Ugin and a Relic for 2 Thought-Knot Seers. Do I want Spatials and Wails for purposes of hitting Urza? Is this a claim for Amulet matchup? Because I guess they are racing us, right? So like claiming their Amulet slows them down a lot. What I say is my pet peeve about streaming. It is annoying as somebody who tries to play Magic as well as possible that I come up short in games because I'm distracted. Like there's so many times where I'm playing a game and like I make a play because I'm trying to play at a reasonable pace and talk about what we're doing, and I'm like 2 seconds after I click to make the play final, it's like, oh no, wait, there was this other thing that's much better that I'd much rather be doing here. This is a hand full of modern legal Magic the Gathering cards. So we're going to play Thought-Knot Seer on turn 3 here. Need more Damping Spheres to the sideboard. That's just an A+ Twitch chat suggestion right there. Yeah, Hive Mind is pretty uncommon. A lot of the Amulet decks have moved away from Hive Mind. They mulliganed very low this game. Look at that. Look at that miner's hat. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Wrong Tron. Can I get a do-over? I drew the wrong Tron land. I would like a do-over, please. Just the gosh darned unluckiest. Great. They can Titan us. We need a hat on summoning sick creature lands. Actual QL improvement. Our Tron deck's just building suspense here, chat. We're gonna have Tron next turn and get to Karn. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's just building suspense. It's good television. I'm glad I took a second before yelling. They do look similar at a glance, especially on a tiny screen. Maybe if we draw Power Plant, I might go like crack O-Stone, Thought-Knot Seer them. Well, if I draw Power Plant, we can't Ulamog. Power Plant's only 9 mana. Ghost Quarter doesn't surprise me here. They want to break up my degeneracy. Oh, they could put the Ghost Quarter into play right now, huh? With the Sakura Tribe Scout. Just gonna roll on to the next one here. It's possible I should have mulliganed this. If there's anything I've learned from you, Jeff, it's take a second and think before I start writing in chat. You know how I read my Twitter messages back to myself before I hit send? That's just like a decent thing to do with like any form of social media. Just like not only check for typos, but like stop and reflect on, is this a thing that I really want to say? Have I said it in a way that I would like to say it? This is turn 4 Tron. I mean, I had 2 Tron pieces and 3 cantrips, so I think it's close, especially on the draw. Like any tutor of the Tron piece gets us there. So like I've got like 5 draws and I've got, you know, 20 cards in 5 draws that make the hand happy. I don't know if that hand was necessarily unkeepable. I think we hit the bad half of a percentage play. So we got a tower, we got a power plant, we need a mine. We are 1-0 in this league, and this is game 3 in the second match. We beat Tron in the first round. If they have a Urza, they could Titan this turn. That means no Titans. That's great for us. So they could have Titaned that turn, right? No, wait, they'd already played a land. That was their turn 2, so they couldn't have Titaned. All right, yeah, I guess I do just want to claim this. They started on Radiant Fountain. What's going on, Full Metal? Yeah, it's been a great time. Great time for sure. So they can Titan us next turn. But I have to go ahead and put this Oblivion Stone into play, which is nice. Pretty decent for us. I should put the map out. I guess I might blow that stone up. I guess if I would have put the map into play, I could have cracked map before tapping a Tron piece next turn. This could be a Rec Sage. Like, kill my stone before it gets going. Could also be a Titan just like Ghost Quarter S. Because they can Ghost Quarter us this turn because they get to go bounce land, Ghost Quarter, pick up Ghost Quarter, play Ghost Quarter for the turn. Yeah, they'd have to take us off 2 Tron pieces to prevent the stone from happening next turn. Choices. They are at 30, which is almost double 18, so we're down by half right now, really. I wonder if they're debating between, like, do they want to Ghost Quarter me and cut me off of Tron here, or do they want to pick up a Teleria West, that way they can reset and get another Titan later? Well, Field of Ruin plus Ghost Quarter means they probably can't kill a land this turn. I'm doing well, Rang. The Warhammer decision clock is so on point, and I love when you play cards in that game that are like cantrips. It cuts your clock even faster, so that we have to like actually make decisions. It keeps the games moving along really nicely. Moto timers are much better than paper. You are not wrong. I'm gonna do this. Since I have the Sylvan Scrying in hand, I'm just gonna go ahead and go get an extra tower now and play it. So the Teleria West plus Ghost Quarter is interesting. This allows them to turn any bounce land into another Titan down the line, which they have. It's a good play. Now I think this is an okay line of play here, because like what I was talking about before, they basically had to pick between, do they want another Titan or do they want to disrupt my Tron lands? And this way they've chosen to be able to do both of those things, right? Because like just Ghost Quarter isn't going to beat me. Like they need Ghost Quarter plus a clock to win this game. I think the opponent's play made a lot of sense here. This deck's great. I have tower, power plant, so I would like a replacement mine. Would like to cast this giant man. I'll take that one and that one. I'll show you mine if you show me yours, opponent. What if they play Swamp and Assassin's Trophy? So next turn is just gonna be like play Oblivion Stone, crack Oblivion Stone. Maybe I just play Karn and down tick. It's probably just Karn tick the Titan off, right? Hey Moogie, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Good afternoon to you too. Hope you're having a good one. TGIF. Thanks for the support. So now I do this, get Sanctum, and then I cast Karn, crack Sanctum, go get second Ulamog. There we go, all done here. Don't mind me. Gosh, playing decks like this feels easy after some of the other poop decks we play on here sometimes. Our bounce land's going to be bad with Trophy. I mean, they're like worse. Are you implying that people do not always submit tier 1 decks? That is exactly what I am implying. That was my intention. Did it come through? Yeah, I'm gonna bottom this. Let's just find that Tron piece, put this Wurmcoil into play. Basic Mountain, Rift Bolt. Alright, this will be good. We get to test out the Tarmogoyfs again here. I think it's the worst deck I've played on stream. Gosh, there's been a lot of dumpster piles. So if we hit a Tron land here, the non-tower Tron land, we get to Wurmcoil next turn, which might be fast enough. Instead, I'll concede and move along with my life. Narset Cannon went 3-10 in games, which is kind of like a 3-2. It is really, it's a 3-2 in our hearts, right? Yeah, I guess like what definition of worst are we using, right? There's a couple different definitions of worst we could use. This is how we boarded last time. Seems pretty clean. Keep an Ugin. Oh, I had Thought-Knot Seer. I want Thought-Knot Seer in my deck. Trim a Karn. This is what we did. Perfect. What is Narset Cannon? Does it involve Lux Cannon? It does not. You should watch it blast off. It's under the meme section on my website. I feel like out of principle, it has to be a adjusted deck. It's funny because it's true. That's true. We did have quite possibly the most miserable burn list ever during the 24-hour stream. This hand doesn't really do anything. This hand has turn 3 Tron, so I'm going to keep it. The Arkham Dagson deck. Yeah, that one. I forgot about that dumpster fire. Whew, whew, that one was stanky. That was a stanky pile of Magic cards. Yeah, we played Assassin's Trophy for the first 2 leagues today. Guild Sealed League started at noon yesterday. The Sultai list this morning was really bad. We're going to try a different iteration of Sultai in the league after this one. We'll see how that goes. Green-black 4-1. The deck is incredibly consistent. We've not had a chance to cast Ego yet. We had them in the board of the Sultai deck, but we didn't play any matches where they would have been good, so we never boarded them in. I guess I just get Tower here, so we have a giant thing down the line if we draw one. So far, we're just kind of spinning our tires, which is not good for us. Yeah, Ego should be sweet and blue-black. Blue-black Fae. Definitely agree with that one. Ancient Stirrings. That could be anything, chat. Even a Wurmcoil. Cast Demonic Tutor. It's not quite the Demonic Tutor I was hoping for, but it'll do in a pinch. Is Sphinx's tutelage bugged? What's the issue with it? If you like it, then you should have put a hat on it. If you like it, then you should have put a hat on it. Oh, 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 oh. Do 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 do. You find a legacy deck, kid, or get to work otherwise. What are you doing? What are you doing, Mr. Kidder? That's not a bomb. Where my bombs at, chat? Where my bombs at? Am I dead yet? I think I Nature's Claim this proactively because I need to draw a card this turn. It sucks if I get Skullcracked, but or Destructive Revelry. Stegosaurus, thank you very much for the 3-month resubscription there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Alright, don't mind me, just spinning my tires. My number of watching compared to Caleb and SCG. It's this website called Sully Gnome. So if you click around on here, this website gives you a ton of data about the Twitch API basically. Am I dead? I think we're dead, chat. What's going on, JMP? Hope life's treating you well other than the insane amounts of work. I think we have experienced the raw part of the ramp deck, chat. The brick off and die part. Yeah, good game, opponent. Scrying for Ghost Quarter, take them off white's a good suggestion. That's definitely something I should have done. It wouldn't have mattered here, but that is an A+ suggesting, Kent. It cuts off some of their outs. Disposable income is what your children take when you have them. They take it all and they hide it. Not guaranteed. You're about to witness something beautiful, chat. This is Justin here. Justin, are you present still? This is one of the few decks that I'm willing to play against Lantern Control. It's not often that Tron is the good guy, but the times Tron is the good guy, it involves a Lantern of Insight sitting across the table. This is so awesome that they are trying to keep me off of this tower while there are 2 towers in my hand. I think I'm gonna Ghost Quarter them here. And take them to try and shuffle this Pithing Needle. This is either Wasteland or it shuffles a Pithing Needle, so either way's a win for me. I'd like this one, please. This one I would like in my hand. Our only mill rock is tapped here. Make them choose between Third Lantern of Insight and letting me have a no stone. What a tilt. What a tilt. Tilt. Is this an Emrakul matchup? Anybody know? You thought about Crackling Drake? Yeah, that card seems okay. 4 mana is just a lot for Modern. But I could see that card being reasonable. Definitely going to be good in Standard. Both Thought-Knot and Surgical could be reasonable here. Like, why is it an Emrakul matchup? What are they doing that Emrakul is fine? I think Surgical's fine, honestly. Can give me shuffles. I'm gonna bring in Thought-Knot rather than Surgical, I think. Let's just do this. Surgical to counter their Surgicals is not unreasonable. And maybe that could be a reason to have it in my deck. I don't know. Thought-Knot seems pretty reasonable here, though. I actually don't know offhand, Telrand. There's not a good direct translation because I've also scanned people's stuff and it gets a combination of your stuff being scanned and scanning theirs. So this is a little thing, but you actually want to lead on Chromatic Star rather than Chromatic Sphere, because while these cards are almost identical, the drawing a card on Sphere is part of the mana ability, whereas the drawing a card on Chromatic Star is a triggered ability when this card enters the graveyard. And this matters against Lantern control because a triggered ability off Chromatic Star that draws a card you can respond to. Whereas the mana ability on Chromatic Sphere is not something they can respond to. So if I really want to draw what's on top of my deck with Chromatic Sphere, they can't stop me. Whereas with Chromatic Star, they're going to get a chance to respond with their Ghoul Caller spells and whatnot. It's one of the many reasons why it's a good matchup. Just like having a bunch of generic cantrips in general is pretty good here. And Oblivion Stones and Karns and being able to win through Ensnaring Bridge with Walking Ballista. We have a lot of stuff going for us here that makes this decent for us. Thoughtseize, classic Moto Thoughtseize bug. And this is one of the few decks that I will actually play a match against Lantern with on this stream, because I think there's not only are there interesting decision points, but it's also like just like pretty decent for us. I'll take that one, yoink. It'd be pretty funny if we just go like Ballista and beat them to death. You ever really looked at the artwork on this card? It's actually like absurdly creepy. Just like a lantern full of eyes in the forest. Yeah, Magic as a whole definitely has great art. You know what's funny? We were playing a Kickstarter game that one of Christie's friends had called Dice Throne, and the game was really sweet, but there was just something that felt weird about it, and I realized after we had been playing for a little bit that the thing that felt weird was none of the cards had artwork on them. Like the decks of cards were just rules text and a card name. It was just like, it really, well, I'm definitely not much of like a Vorthos person or a person that's super into that sort of thing. It definitely adds value to the game to have that nice artwork. Yeah, the Dice Throne gameplay is pretty sweet for sure. It's definitely like a Yahtzee type thing. I think just powering up Walkie Boy here is ideal. They're dead. They're dead next turn, right? I'm gonna hit them for... Oh, they're dead in 2 turns. There's an Ensnaring Bridge, but like I have these claims. Although I guess the claims gain them health. Yeah, I've played a bunch of Agricola. That's one of Christie's favorite games. I have no idea. They knew we had 1 Nature's Claim. Do you want to see the worst hot take ever? Don't you hate shuffling and isn't Stoneforge Mystic just more shuffling? I almost feel obligated to respond to this, but I'm just gonna mute that account and move on with my life. I almost, if I feel the need to be snarky to a comment like that, I've learned it's better to just mute and move on. It was a picture talking about Stoneforge Mystic belonging in Modern. And one of the many why isn't Stoneforge Mystic legal posts. I definitely have to not have cards in my hand. If I hold cards in my hand, I sit there and flick them and such. This is actually, if they burn a Pithing Needle on an expedition map, that's actually very good for us. Just like that's a Pithing Needle that's just like not going on something else more valuable later. It's a Pithing Needle that's not locking out my Oblivion Stone, and it's not locking out my... It's not locking out my Karn. That Karn. I want that Karn right there. And that Karn's gonna hang out right on top of my deck till after this Thoughtseize resolves. They named Expedition map with the Pithing Needle. Yeah, Christy sleeves all of her board games because of me. Am I gonna try Risk Factor and Blue-Red Tempo? I don't think so. I guess it's an instant. Maybe we should try Risk Factor and Tempo. That's the Jumpstart Browbeat, right? This is good sequencing on their part. They get the Karn out of my hand, but like now they don't get the Ulamog. Yeah, I think Risk Factor is better than a lot of people are giving it credit for. I think people are used to just like taking dumps on anything that's a Punisher mechanic. Just like aren't really taking the time to obsess that one correctly. Yeah, turning a land into that effect for a second time is like really powerful. Sure, but like there's a lot of decks out there that would much rather you take 8. Like there are a lot of decks that are like really happy if you take 8, right? Is that a good one? Awkward. Scrying's right past that one. Stirring's right past that one. Ding. I don't really want to draw a map next turn. Grab a Ghost Quarter here. I think I'm supposed to leave this in my hand rather than expose it to an Abrupt Decay or a trophy. I assume they're going to shuffle their deck here because they just can't beat this Oblivion Stone. Yep. They need their third Pithing Needle here. Opponent said GG's, good game's opponent. I don't know what happened in the second game. I feel like we weren't in a position to be ahead the second game when they conceded, but maybe they were thinking about something that I wasn't. All right, we're 3-1 with Tron. We lost a close set to Burn. Then we're beat Joe in the donation. Slow will end. I'm hoping by Monday, Terminator. I need to do my post stuff. I need to see where we're at after today, but I'm planning to stream for 5 or 6 hours tomorrow night, and then I'm planning to stream for 8 to 9 hours on Sunday like I did today. So that should get the queue back down under 40. 4-1 Friday feeds me Monday, right? We 4-1'd a bunch today. If we 4-1, we've had 2 4-1s today. Up those treasure chesties. I think like right now the queue has exactly 50 decks in it. I'm gonna cross off 1, 2, 3 4 decks today. It'll be down to like 46. So depending on how many people cut things in over the weekend, we should be clear by Monday. I will post on the Twitters and in Discord. The Rock deck 4-1. The deck is super consistent. Trophy was very reasonable as expected. Yeah, term. That would be fine. I already have a map and a scrying, so I'm gonna bottom the second scrying for now. Just like try and draw a Tron piece naturally or more bombs. We never cast on Mortigo. We didn't play any matches where it was relevant. We're gonna play more Sultai decks this weekend though, so we'll see them. We'll see them at some point, I think. Justin's got 2 or 3 more Sultai decks in the queue. There's 2 from Justin, which he said I could build however I want. And there's a couple others that people had submitted previously that will probably add some trophies and egos to. You have high hopes for that card. I feel like that could be the card that really helps these mid-range style decks against decks like Valakut. Big meanies. Just gonna pass the turn for now. Be kind of tilted when they like Stifle Bird my Expedition map here. 3 basic islands, huh? Taking turn, some kind of meme. Could be blue-white control with a basic heavy draw. Scry me a river. The fact that they've done nothing here kind of makes me think that there's on some kind of combo deck. Yeah, I assume taking turns is like pretty close to impossible. It's a Dictative Crew fix. We're not strictly dead yet, but we're probably pretty dead. All right, that's a good one. Do you have a cryptic command? We do get to bring in 4 disenchants and some Thought-Knot Seers. Warping Wail counters Time Warp as well. This might be a Tarmogoyf matchup, honestly, just like be aggressive. Yes, be aggressive. Do. Alright, so next turn we can go Sanctum, cast Walking Ballista, crack, go get Ulamog, but there's a good chance we don't get a next turn. With the Mind Effect in play here, there's a good chance they just do their thing. Okay, looking for an Ulamog here. Take away both their toys. Oh, that's a redraw. Oh, I guess I shouldn't have played the tower, huh? Maybe they are incredibly unlucky and won't have it next turn either. They start doing stuff next turn, I'm just going to concede because they were pretty unlikely for them to brick with double line effect in play. Yep. Yeah, Giga Drowse is a card that pretty commonly sees play in their archetype. Yeah, I think it'll definitely be smaller than Black Green X. There's also the thing about like Goyf being in our sideboard is that we kind of control when we bring it in, Cassie. So I think we can like choose to only bring it in when it's going to be reasonable. Like we brought it in against Burn earlier, for instance, and it was like pretty consistently like a 5-6 and a 6-7 in that matchup, which is nice. This is not a Relic matchup. This is not a Wurmcoil matchup. This is not an Ugin matchup. Emrakul, I don't think we can make them beat themselves. That doesn't seem particularly good. Maybe this isn't a Tarmogoyf matchup. He's probably just not big enough on average. Maybe O-Stone's a little clunky. Yeah, I'm gonna run it like this. O-Stone would have been a good draw at the end there too. Clean out their things. Why do we need Emrakul? Oh, some of the turn spells target, right? Yeah, you're right. The Emrakul is probably fine. I forgot they target. I mean, oh, we're 2/3 there. Oh, living on a tower. Take my map, we'll make it, I swear. Oh, living on a Tron land. Do 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 do. And here I thought we were on the play, chat. But just ripped that right away from us. It was my given right as the loser to be on the play, opponent. You took it away from me. Whoa. That is a little spicy. The turn 0 spell pierce. That is a little bit hot. There's a little bit too much fire for me. Thank God we brought our backup map. It's the map, it's the map, it's the map, it's the map, it's the map. Do 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 do. Serum Visions resolves. Yeah, mine like kind of takes us out of the mulligan. We're definitely looking for specific cards, not a critical massive card. So you find like a Nature's Claim next turn that could be really good. 2 shots and stuff like that. They're not in the business of time walking for another couple turns yet, so that's great as well. I think I actually crack this and play the mine this turn, so that way if they draw us into a tower next turn, we get to Ulamog them back to the Stone Age. Wow, that's rude. All right, Nature's, gosh, we would have got there too. Nature's Claim's a good draw here, because it lets us take them off of that, and they have a hard time comboing without a mine effect. And we've got back-to-back double Stone Rains here. He's about to say, don't you dare Gigadraz me. 1 stone rain. 2 stone rains. Hat those ones. Hat those ones. Hat them up. Hat it up. Hat it up. Do. 5 color bad stuff. Thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome. I think I actually have to run after this league. I thought I was going to have time to do one more thanite, but I think I actually have to cut out after this one. I'm going to be back tomorrow afternoon and evening, and then all day Sunday as well. Thanks everyone for hanging out. So we'll probably kick off with Sultai tomorrow. That's what I'm saying. Why aren't there more Moto hat options? It's a travesty, really. We have our 10 mana double stone rain. We have our 7 mana stone rain with rebound. So someone needs to drop Zach a message and let him know how much Pawns has been done. Tron is like good Panza. Tron is like if Panza was playable. Bye, friend. Emrakul look great in a Santa hat. Oh wait, I wanted this, right? Yeah, too late. We 3-2'd with the tokens deck. We lost to Elves, which seemed impossible, and then we got nut drawn by Hollowed One pretty badly. I think the deck's still on my list for next weekend. I had someone donate to leave it in the queue, so I'm going to probably do that again tomorrow. Get a feel for it. We're 3-1 in this league currently. This probably isn't good enough, right? It doesn't have fast Tron. It's like 1 Tron piece off of pretty fast Tron. I'm gonna go 6. Like even our Nature's Claims are good. A lot of very reasonable cards in this matchup, especially when like Claim's a good card to mulligan to. Am I going to any events coming up? Yeah, I'm playing the Modern seat for my team at the Columbus Open next weekend. I'm pretty confident I'm going to play a blue green black base deck in Columbus, my favorite one of those. But blue red tempo is definitely on the table for future tournaments and definitely SCG Con for the Invitational. Would love a power plant, thank you. Okie doke. Well, I wasn't sure if I wanted to get a green source or a Tron piece, but Chromatic Star makes it a pretty easy tower. They could, like, end step dictate, untap, start doing terrible things to us. I would love an Ulamog, wouldn't I? I think I just want this Ulamog. Kinda want a forest for these claims, but like at the same time, Ulamog's kind of hard to pass up. But I guess Karn plus claim next turn's pretty good. That's close. Yeah, maybe it's a mistake not to take forest there. They could like exhaustion us and then we'll like up a creek without a paddle. It's okay, Mazer Mouse. You miss 100% of the shots you never take. Is this the upkeep Giga Drowse? Don't be afraid of failure. Being afraid of failure is gonna make you allergic to success. Put a hat on it. If you like it, then you should have put a hat on it. If you like it, then you should have put a hat on it. Oh, 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 do, 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 do. Nature's coming for that one. Nature's got you in its sights. They just start casting Time Walks as explorers. We're pretty okay with that. Just like, again, they're like not really accomplishing anything if they don't have a mind effect in play. Can we talk about this? Should have put a hat on it song. Listen, okay. There was this song in the early 2010s that's a parody of, that children today might not be aware of. I like how they were in the tank on if they should exhaustion me or not. I guess that exhaustion is just like basically an Explorer 2, right? Just like takes an extra turn, doesn't really do anything. It's like 3 mana Time Walk. Alright, what do you got over there? That song is like 10 years old, right? I'd say I remember one of the shows I did with the children's theater company I worked for did a parody of that song. And I stopped working for that children's theater company a long time ago. So it's been a while. Let's cast this, get a Tron piece, and then we'll be able to go Tron piece, Thought-Knot Seer. And then I'll be set up to Ulamog next turn. What you got over there? You got some nice thoughts? Look like you're like a person who's got some nice thoughts, opponent. How about these thoughts? You add that song to my playlist. Those are, well, I mean, I guess I take the one that's just better. Their hand does a whole lot of nothing, and then, we're gonna Stone Rain them back into the Stone Ages. Cast your Explorer, opponent. You know you want to. Wait, what? Deal. That's a lot of Karns for Poppy, okay? It's all I'm saying is it's a lot of Karns. All right, Stone Rain these two. Put some hats on those. 4-1 Friday. 4-1 Friday has a good ring to it. I think Kent's onto something there. We have a lot of Stone Rains with rebound here, folks. And with the Nature's Claim up, we should be pretty unlikely to lose from here. Because, like, even if they play like a Miracle into a Mind Effect is what they need to get into this game. And the Nature's Claim just, like, shuts them out of that. This is how good my hand is. Discard Oblivion Stone. Still want to keep playing. Are we done here? Are we done? What are we doing with ourselves? In my experience, the opponent's deck generally doesn't win. The opponent's deck is one of the many decks on the no-fly list because it's something people constantly request that's like really bad. This is a Cryptic Command, tap draw. Post-combat, cast Karn Liberated, end you. Break you, end your spirit. It's a shame I've cast both my Thought-Knot Seers, otherwise I'd get one of those too. I'd love to use my Sanctum of Ugin, thank you for asking. Jeez. How about we get a double Stone Rain for next turn? Just like Stone Rain you. My Stone Rain with Rebound fetches a double Stone Rain. Isn't this exciting? I'm 1 mana short of casting 2 cards. I only have 6 mana left over here. So if I hit a Tron piece, I could double card next turn. But that's like not actually removing more lands than Ulamog would. So it's like, why bother? Karn is Batman now. Oh, do you have another Cryptic Command? That's adorable. Maybe I should have Karned pre-combat. Nah, I think just like taking them off of all their islands is better than Emrakooling them. Emrakooling them is funnier, but just like not useful, right? Like how we're just like, yep, fog, sure. I'll take that one, and I'll take 2 more. Yeah, like, this should be, like, the ideal matchup for turns. Like, we're kind of slow and mopey. We should give them plenty of time to, like, do their thing. But, like, here we are. Put a hat on that one. Put a hat on this one. Why aren't there hats? Did we run out of hats again, Moto? Did we run out of hats? All right. Tron is a terrible beast that adapts and changes as people become hostile to it. If you're looking to play Tron, this is the floor on the number of basics you should be playing in this deck. You should be playing at least 5. Honestly, I could see an argument for making room for 6. The Tarmogoyfs out of the sideboard were really impressive. They were fantastic against the burn deck. They were better than Thragtusk would have been in the matchup that we played. I really like 4 Walking Ballistas. This is easily one of the best things to happen to Tron in a long time, and I like going all in on this. This is a card that kind of scales as your mana scales nicely, obviously, because it's an X card. And it's a card that's very good when your opponents are attacking and disrupting your mana as well. That's going to be it for me for today, folks. I've been going for a little over 9 hours. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon, probably somewhere between 3 and 4 p.m. starting time. So I'm going to be starting in the afternoon, about 2 hours prior to where I'm at right now. Be sure to follow me on Twitch and Twitter for notifications on when I'll be going live with that. I'll post in the subs Discord as always. I'm going to hit publish on a bunch of stuff on YouTube here momentarily, but if you prefer to stay on Twitch rather than watching on YouTube, I'm going to find another person playing Modern to host. So thanks for hanging out, folks, and I'll see most of you tomorrow, hopefully. Everyone have a good start to your weekend, and good luck at your pre-releases this weekend if you're playing.